Next topic, factors. So here factor here in the sense the number which divides the other number exactly, then we can say that the number is a factor here. So here how we are going to find out factors of a given number. So let's take one example here. We are having 6 coins here. The 6 coins are arranged in different ways here. So let's say case 1 here. Now case 1, when you want to see, the 6 coins are arranged in rows here. So this is the probability of arranging the 6 coins. So next case, when you are going to see, we arrange these coins in rows and columns. So I arranged here 2 rows, 3 columns. And third case, when you are going to see, we can arrange this in 3 rows and 2 columns. So this is 3 rows and 2 columns. And we can also arrange in one column here. So this is the way we arrange 6 coins here. So here when you are going to see that is one row, so we can say that it is 1 into 6. Here 2 rows, 3 columns, we can say 2 into 3. And here 3 into 2, that means 3 rows, 2 columns. And here only one column we are going to have, that means 6 rows and 1 column. So all when you are going to see, you get the product 6 only. So 1 into 6 you get 6 here, 2 into 3 you get 6 here, 3 into 2 you get 6 here, and 6 into 1 you get 6 here. So here we are going to observe what are the different factors of 6 here, in the sense that is 1, 2, 3 and 6. So here these are the factors of number 6 here, and these factors will divide the number 6 exactly. So that is the meaning of factors here. So if you are going to see other number like 12 coins, when you want to arrange, then we will see the factors like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. So here these are the different possibilities where the 12 coins can be arranged, okay, in different rows and columns. So in when you arrange, you get the factors like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. So in the same way you take 12 coins and when you want to say like is 5 is a factor of 12, means we can say 5 is not a factor of 12 because 5 doesn't divide 12 exactly. So the number which divides exactly the other number, then we can say that this number is a factor of the given number. So that is the meaning of factors here. So when you see the other numbers like 12, 18, 20, 24, so we see the factors like for 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12 you are going to see. For 18, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18 you are going to see. And for 20, 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. For 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. So these are the factors for the given numbers here. From the above table, we noticed that. So here we have seen few numbers 12, 18, 20, 24, and we saw the factors here. And we can give some few statements regarding the factors. The first statement here, in the sense 1 is the factor of every number and is the smallest of all factors. So whatever number you take, like 8 you take here, so 8 will be having the factor 1 here. So 1 will be common to each and every number here, and this 1 will be the smallest of all factors. So we know that 8 will have other factors like 1, 2, 4 and 8, but 1 will be the smallest factors. So 1 is the smallest factor of 8 here. So when you take 9 here, so 9 when you take again you see the factors 1 will be there, 3 will be there and 9 will be there. So in this case also, one is the common thing you are going to see when you talk about factors here. So the statement, first statement says here, 1 is the factor of every number and is the smallest of all factors. So whatever number you take here, so 1 will be common, and that will be the factor, and it will be the smallest of all factors. So whatever the factors you take here, the 1 will be the smallest value in all factors here. Every number is a factor of itself and is the greatest of its factors. So you take again, you take like 10 you take here. So you have the factors like 1, 2, 5 and 10 here. So here 1 is the factor, 2 is the factor, 5 is the factor, and 10 is the factor. First statement says 1 is the smallest factor, and second statement says here in the sense the given number itself will be the greatest factor of the number here. So 10 is there means 10 is the factor of 10 here, and this 10 value will be the greatest of all factors here. So the same number, that means the number itself acts as the greatest factor of all factors. Now suppose you take 12 here. So 12 here in the sense, again we have numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12 here, and 12 itself is a factor of 12, and among all these things the 12 will be the greatest factor. Now coming to the third statement, every factor is less than or equal to the given number. So suppose you got the number like 7 here. So every factor, so what is the factors of 7 here in the sense 1 and 7. So 1 is common, and the number itself that is 7, that is also a common. So here we are having 1 and 7, and these factors will be less than the given number, or sometimes the one number will be equal to the given number. So 1 is less than 7, and what is the equal number to 7 here in the sense the number itself that is 7 will be the factor of the given number. So if you take like 6 here, those 6 here in the sense we have factors 1, 2, 3 and 6 here, and here all the factors are less than this given number, and one number will be there that will be equal to this given number. So that's why they said it is every factor is less than or equal to the given number. And fourth statement says the number of factors of a given number are countable. So suppose 7 is there, we have 2 factors here, 1 and 7. So you can count these numbers here. That means how many factors are there? 2 factors are there. Now here 6 number is there, we have factors 1, 2, 3 and 6. So total number of factors 4 factors are there. So you are going to count. So it is countable. So you can count these factors here. So that is the meaning of fourth statement. Number of factors of the given number are countable. So whatever number you see here, you get the factors, and that factors you can count the factors. That's why we say that the numbers, the number of factors are countable here. So next topic, prime and composite numbers. So here we are going to see what are prime numbers and what are composite numbers. So prime number here in the sense, so prime number which is having only 2 factors here. So only 2 factors when you are going to see of a particular given number, then we can say that number is a prime number. And in these 2 numbers, one factor will be the number 1 in, and other factor will be the number itself. Number itself. Suppose you take 13 here. So 13 when you are going to take, you have only 2 factors here, and one factor will be here 2 factors. One factor will be 1 itself, and the other factor will be the number itself, that is 13. So here we are going to see 1 and 13 are the factors of the number 13, and 13 is a prime number. 13 is a prime number. So in the same way 17 you take here, 17 is having 2 factors, and one factor is the number 1, and the other factor will be the number itself, that is 17 here. So like this we can say like when a given number is having only two factors here, one factor is 1 and the other factor is the number itself, then we can say that the given number is a prime number. Now coming to the composite number, so when you are going to have more than two factors, then we can say that the number is a composite number. So for example, you take 6 here, okay, 6 when you are going to say, you have the factors like 1, 2, 3 and 6. So here 1 is the common factor for all number, and the number itself is also a common factor for all numbers. But in spite of this 1 and the number itself, you are going to see 2 and 3, the other two factors. So that's why this number 6 is called as a composite number. So the number is called a composite number when here, in the sense when you have more than two factors, then we can say that the number is a composite number. But here we are going to see total 4 factors, that is 1, 2, 3 and 6. So 4 factors you are going to see. So then we can say that the number is a composite number. Suppose you take 8 here. So you get numbers factors like 1, 2, 4 and 8. So here also you see these are the factors. One is common factor and then the number itself is a common factor. In spite of that also 2 is factor and 4 is also a factor for the number 8 here. So we can say that total 4 factors are there. That means the number is having more than 2 factors. Then we can say that 8 is a composite number here. So composite number means more than 2 factors, and prime number means only 2 factors when you are going to have, then we can say it is a prime number. Now coming to the number 1, the number 1 is neither prime nor a composite number here. So this we have to note down. So it is neither prime nor a composite number. Let's check the prime numbers from 1 to 30 here. So here whenever you are going to see the numbers, so the numbers will be a combination of prime numbers and a composite numbers. Suppose total numbers are there here. So it is a combination of prime numbers and composite numbers. So if you want to find out the prime number, suppose, then we are going to subtract the total numbers minus the composite numbers. So in this way we are going to see the difference and we get the prime numbers here. So let's check the numbers from 1 to 30 and find out the prime numbers here. So what is the methodology we are going to follow here, that we are going to understand. So this is the method which is given by a Greek mathematician in the 3rd century. So here we are going to find out the numbers which are multiples of particular numbers, and we are going to circle that multiples, and for each number we are going to find out the multiples, and after that the numbers which are remaining are the prime numbers here. So first we are going to circle 1 here. Why we circled 1 here? In the sense, as we have studied here, the 1 is neither a prime number nor a composite number. So next we go for 2 multiples here, like we circle the 2 multiples. Okay, so 2 multiples like 4 we take here, circle here, 6 here, 8 here, 10 here, next 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. And next we go for the other multiples, like 3 multiples we will go and circle that numbers. So 3 multiples, 6, 9, next 12, here 15, 18, next 21, next we go 24, next 27 and 30. And we go for 4 multiples like 8, 12, 16, 20, next 24, 28. Next we go for 5 multiples like 10, 15, 20, this is 25 is circled, and 30 here. And we go for 7 multiples like 14, 21 already circled. So go for 8 multiples, 8 like 16, next 24, and 9 multiples 9, 18, 27, and 10 multiples like 10, 20, 30. So we covered all the single digit number multiples, and we are going to find out what are the numbers which are remaining, and these numbers are the prime numbers in the given total numbers. So what are the numbers like we see here in the first row here, we see 2, 3, 5, 7. So these are the prime numbers. And the second row, when you are going to see 11, 13, 17, and 19. And third row, when you are going to see 23 and 29. So these are the prime numbers from 1 to 30, we can say. So in the same way we can do for 1 to 100, 1 to 1000. So whatever the number you take, the methodology is same here. First we are going to omit the number 1 because it is neither a prime number nor a composite number. Then we go for multiples of 2 here, we just circle here, and then multiples of 3, multiples of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we just circle here, and we are going to see the numbers which are remaining. So these numbers are prime, and the numbers which you circled are the multiples of a particular number. So multiples of a particular number means it will be a composite number. So if you want to get a prime number, that means the total numbers minus the composite number. So composite numbers we circled. In the total numbers, the remaining numbers are the prime numbers. So here from 1 to 30, so these are the prime numbers we are going to see: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. This is the methodology we are going to follow for 1 to 100 or 1 to 1000, whatever it may be. So next topic, co-prime or relative prime. So here the two numbers are called co-prime or relative prime. When here in the sense, when you are going to see only one common factor, that is 1, then we can say that the two numbers are co-prime or relative prime. Suppose 3 is there, the factors of 3 is 1 and 3 here, and 8 when you are going to see, the factors are 1, 2, 4 and 8. So what is the common factor you are going to see between 3 and 8 here in the sense, that is 1 here. So 1 is the common factor you are going to see. So we can say that 3 and 8 are co-primes. 3 and 8 are co-prime or relative prime here. So you can take another number like 4 here and 5 here. So here 4 is having factors like 1 to 4 here, and 5 is having factors like 1 and 5. And what is the common factor you are going to see here in the sense, this is the common factor, only 1 is the common factor. And here you are going to see 4 and 5. You can say that 4 and 5 are co-primes. So you take any other numbers like 3 and 5 you take. So 3 and 5 when you are going to take. So 3 and 5, the year 3 is having 2 factors and 5 is having 2 factors. And the common factor you are going to see here in the sense, that is 1 here, and 3 and 5 are co-primes, we can say. So if you are going to see like 4 and 6 you are going to see. So 4 and 6 like 4 is having factors like 1 to 4 here, and 6 is having factors like 1 to 3 and 6 here. Now what is the common factor here in the sense, 1 is the common factor and another 2 is also a common factor. So here you are going to see more than 2 common factors here. So we can say that 4 and 6 are not co-primes here. So these are not co-primes. So these are not co-primes here. So here the statement given here in the sense only 2 primes are co-primes, but all co-primes need not be primes here. So here now 2 primes are co-primes here in the sense suppose you take 3 and 5 here, these 2 are primes here. Okay, these 3 is a prime number, 5 is a prime number, and these 2 primes when you are going to these 2 prime numbers when you want to compare, you will get the common factor is 1 here. So 2 primes are co-primes here. So only the 2 numbers 3 and 5 when you want to compare here, only these 2 primes having the common factor, that is 1 here, and we can say that the 2 primes are co-primes. Next statement, but all the co-primes need not be primes here. So here when you take 4 and 5 here, now 4 is having factors 1 to 4 and 5 is having factors 1 and 5, and we can say that common factor is only 1 here, and we can say that these 4 and 5 are the co-primes here. But in this when you want to see the numbers here, 5 is a prime number but 4 is not a prime number. It is a composite number because it is having more than 2 factors. So here when you want to say like when you want to talk about co-primes, that is 4 and 5 or any other number, so when you want to compare the co-primes here, it need not be primes here. So here 4 and 5, 4 is not a prime number, it is a composite number, and 5 is a prime number. So the statement says here in the sense only 2 primes are co-primes. Okay, so when the numbers are primes, then we can say it is co-primes, but all co-primes need not be primes here. So that is not necessary that that number should be the prime numbers here. Next terminology, twin primes. So twin primes means here in the sense the prime numbers that differ from each other by 2 here. So for example, you see here 3 is there, this is the prime number we know, and 5 is there, so this is the prime number, and when you see the difference between 3 and 5, you will get 2 here. So 5 minus 3, when you are going to see, you get 2 here. That means the difference is 2. So when you see the difference between 2 prime numbers, that is 2, then we can say that the numbers are twin primes. Suppose 5 and 7 is there, then we can say that these 2 are prime numbers. These 2 5 and 7, we can say that those 2 are twin primes here. Why here in the sense the difference is 2 here. So similarly 3 and 5, these are twin primes because the difference is 2 here. So like when you are going to see 3 and 7, so these 3 is a prime number and 5 is also a prime number, but the difference is not 2 here. The 7 minus 3, when you are going to see, it is 4 here. So we can't say like 3 and 7 are twin primes here. So this is not a twin prime, and 5 and 7 are twin primes, 3 and 5 are twin primes. So in the same way you see 11 and 13, so these are twin primes, and 13 and 17 when you take this is not a twin primes. These are not twin primes because the difference between these prime numbers is not 2 here. So twin primes here in the sense the prime numbers that differ from each other by 2 here.